Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Daughter of Increase. My name is Nathanese for those of you who are new to the channel or who just happen to stumble across this video. And I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday all about my faith, God, Christ, and expanding the kingdom of God. And I do that through Bible studies, book reviews, discussions, and more. So I apologize if you guys hear any noise. I am currently outside of my house on the porch because my son is in class right now, and he actually goes on lunch break in a few minutes. They have lunch from 10:30 to 11. So he normally just gets a 30-minute break because I don't give him lunch until 1 o'clock-ish. But yeah, today's going to be a reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in a while, and I haven't really been in the mood to do much of any reading, in all honesty. I think for the past 2-3 months, I've been planning books that I wanted to read, but I just haven't been sticking to them just because life has just been crazy. But I figured I wanted to do 2 reading vlogs for you guys. This first one is going to be on a Christian YA fantasy because one, I did contact the author personally and asked for a copy of the first and second book. He did send me the first book, so mind you guys, this was like weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I sent this. I feel bad because, you know, I haven't done it yet, but life, you guys know what's been going on. And so I decided I wanted to get back into it because I'm really looking for some Christian fantasies to just dive headfirst into. You guys know I love my fantasy novels. A lot of you guys are always asking me if I still read my regular books that are not Christian fiction, so like my secular books. I do. People ask me all the time if I watch if I watch secular movies and things like that. I do. Like I said before, will do a video explaining why I still read books that aren't just Christian based, or watch movies that aren't just Christian based. I don't feel convicted to stop doing them. Certain things I have been convicted as far as like reading and watching or listening to, but I'll do a whole discussion based video because I think it is definitely however the Holy Spirit leads you and convicts you in watching something, not watching something, reading something, not reading something, and things, you know, all of that great stuff. So we're just gonna dive in. I'm gonna constantly be looking around because it's still awkward for me to come sit on the porch and record videos. So yeah, I have neighbors who live next door. They're a little older and sometimes they can just be a little nosy, but you know, I love them. So yeah, I have my coffee in this mug. This mug I actually got from a book box that I get. If you guys follow my book channel, I talk about this book box a lot. It's the Jean Book Nerd Storytellers box. And normally she sends a box every month, and this was from the March box, I think. And it was all about like women empowerment and stuff like that. So I love this. It's black and white. It gives me all the vibes. So yeah, I'm drinking a white chocolate caramel. Is it white chocolate? I believe it's white chocolate caramel from Hill Brothers. Don't remember the name. I'll put it on the screen. But this reading vlog is going to be for The Crescent Stone by Mikalatos. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm probably butchering it. I apologize. I probably should have figured out how to say it before this video. I'm terrible at getting names correct. But yeah, we're going to be diving into this. This is considered a YA Christian fantasy. I don't know much about it. I've heard many people rave about it, so I definitely wanted to give it a try. And I know that the third and final book is coming out. I believe it either came out or it's coming out in June. And June is my birthday month. Yes, my birthday is on June 3rd, and I'm super excited because I'm launching a new business venture and things like that. So yes, I'm super excited for this coming year. But yeah, we're gonna dive into the synopsis. Sorry guys if you hear it. I live across the street from my son's school, so there are actually students in school who prefer to do virtual learning in the building, so you'll hear the bell and stuff going off. But I'm gonna read the synopsis for you guys. So on the back it says, a girl with a deadly lung disease, a boy with a tragic past, a bargain that brings life but may cost more than anyone can imagine. Madeline Oliver has never wanted for anything, but now she would give everything just to breathe. Jason Wu skates through life on jokes, but when a tragedy leaves him guilt-stricken, he promises to tell only the truth no matter the price. When a mysterious stranger named Hanali, I think that's how you say that name, Hanali, appears to Madeline and offers to heal her in exchange for 1 year of service to his people, Madeline and Jason are swept into a strange land where they don't know the rules and where their decisions carry consequences that reach farther than they could ever guess. So yeah, this is considered young adult fiction fantasy. It's epic fantasy YA. I'm super excited to see how scripture is utilized or sort of referred to in this book. Again, I don't know much about it. I've heard people rave about it. So I'm like super excited. So you guys, if you are new to my reading vlogs and what I do, so normally you'll see clips of me, like montages of me like reading, which I will be doing while I'm sitting outside. So I normally read maybe the first 2 to 3 chapters on camera with you guys. give you guys my thoughts. And then I go off camera to read the rest of the pages that I need to read for the day, and then come back on camera to give you guys my final thoughts for that day. So this is already split into a 3-day reading vlog. I know you see a 4th tab, but it's literally just 3 days. It's day 1, day 2, day 3. This last bit, this 4th bit, is literally just, I believe, novellas and stuff like that if I choose to read it. Yeah, it says appendix, which has stories, songs, proverbs, and poems of, I guess, the land from the story. So I have that as like an optional day that I can do or just include it. But yeah, we are going to dive in. I have the audiobook on my phone. I'm using the Hoopla app. If you guys don't know what the Hoopla app is, I'll leave a link down below. I'm not sure if you guys' local library will utilize that, but my local library has the Libby app. They have Overdrive, which is like Libby, and then they have Hoopla, and I think they have like a few other apps, but I only use Hoopla and Libby. I will try to find as many links as I can for the audiobook. I think Scribd might have it. I know for a fact Audible has it. Hoopla will have it. Libby might or might not have it, not sure. But yeah, I have the audiobook, but I am just going to physically read it for the first few pages, so you guys can see. So I think I'm gonna give this, let me see, is there prologue? It's a little nippy today, which isn't too bad. Ooh. Can you guys hear that? Y'all probably can't hear that one. So this is the first book in the Sunlit Sands trilogy, I'm assuming. So yeah. There's necromancers in here, shark people, lizards, a wasteland. I'm looking at the little map that's in like the front of the book, which I think is so cool. But yeah, book 1 in the Sunlit Lands. And this is actually my pick for the reading prompt of Read a Backlist release. This book came out in 2017 or 18. Let me see. I think it was 2017. Trying to get to the copyright page. 2018 this book came out. So this was a 2018 release. So it definitely counts as a backlist. It was previous to 2020. And so there is a cast of characters, and there's a huge list of characters. Like a huge list of characters. You guys see them joking. 2 pages. You guys see that? I can't tell because it's a little bright outside. And then another page. So lots of characters. Part 1. There must be something better. I know it in my heart. Okay. So I guess I can do the first 3 chapters. That will be about 21 pages of reading. So yeah, I'm going to do 21 pages of reading for you guys. I do have my annotating card here for my Christian reading, of course. I cannot find the one for my biblical fiction, so I might have to redo one for my biblical fiction because I have no idea where it is. I've tried to look for it. So if I can't find it, I'm just going to redo another one for biblical fiction. But this is my Christian fiction annotating key. And then I do have all of my utensils here. So we're just going to dive right into this, and I'm gonna try to position the camera a little further as I can, and bring you guys down a bit. Oh, see my coffee. And I'm just gonna read, and you guys can watch the montage. So let's dive in. Oh, I do want to say this was blurred by Miss Tosca Lee, and we know that I love Miss Tosca Lee. She put that. Let me see. It says, Matt has penned a tale straight out of today's headlines that will tug at your heartstrings. The Crescent Stone is a compelling story that will get under your skin and worm its way into your heart. And then Lori Landing also blurred this. She said that it hooked me on the first page with rich characterization of John Green and the magical escapism of Narnia. This book is a must-read for all fantasy fans. So yeah, those I think are the only 2 that I can see that I actually know. Yeah. I know who Beth Cato is, but I haven't read from her yet. So okay. Alright, so I do know who John Green is. I'm not a super huge fan of his writing. He is a YA contemporary style writer. I'm not huge on YA contemporaries. I prefer not YA. I prefer adult contemporary stories. YAs don't really get me unless it's like a cutesy romance. But I do not know anything about the novel of Narnia. I have watched the movie, but I've never read the books. I do have a large bind-up of the actual series, so I will be reading that soon. But we're gonna dive right in. Okay, guys, so I read to page 21. And oh my god, I'm definitely engrossed into the story. I am loving Madeline thus far. She definitely has a almost tragic beginning. I don't even want to say tragic, it's almost traumatic. I guess she has a problem with her breathing. Now, mind you, she's always been an athletic type of girl. It says that she used to sing soprano, she did dancing, she did ballet, contemporary, hip hop, and swing. She ran track, specifically doing marathon runs. You know, she did a lot of things, and now she's having a hard time breathing. And a doctor has basically told her, you know, this is pretty much your last year on Earth. Enjoy it while you can. So she had broken up with her boyfriend, and his name is Darius. And her parents see, well, what it looks like to me is that her parents don't know how to communicate their thoughts and feelings concerning her basically dying. So they pretty much stay out of the house and try to keep to themselves instead of really communicating and speaking with her, which is definitely taking a toll on her because she wants to be treated like a normal person, but she can't because one, she can't really breathe. She already has broken ribs. When she coughs, she's coughing up blood. It's like crazy. It's crazy. So if you're not into sick kids, you know, blood, things like that, neglect, don't read it. I'm just saying that. For me, it bothers me obviously emotionally, but it doesn't bother me enough to like stop reading it. I'm enjoying it thus far. I think Madeline is a very strong character in these first 3 chapters. She is headstrong even though she's dealing with the situation and she's being treated kind of wrong by everyone. Her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, excuse me, Darius, is quite interesting. He is black, which I'm loving. I like that Matt didn't have a problem with talking about racism and having an interracial couple. And I say that because most of the times when I read Christian fictions, I don't find a lot of interracial couples or black characters in Christian fiction. In biblical fiction, of course, because you're talking about biblical times, Egyptians, you know, Cushites, Hebrews, Israelites, all that, fine. But when I'm reading Christian fiction, if I do find mention of a black character, they have a very minor part or it's something racist. Matt is doing it really well, and even Darius as a character himself, he seems to be a gentleman. He's hardworking. He's at her school on scholarship, which is a typical thing that I see most of the times when people are writing about black characters. They put them in these prestigious schools with scholarships, but that doesn't bother me, of course. I think that's great. Darius is definitely a loving guy. They dated for a year, and then I guess because there's no cure for her, she decided to just let ties go with him. And things like that. So yeah, her friends are trash. I'm gonna just say that. And I get that, you know, when you have a friend that is dying, you don't know how to support them. But her friends are trash. Point blank, period. Trash. I don't even know about them. And yeah, we also get to meet Jason Wu, and Jason Wu is actually her chemistry partner for school. So that's how the two of them are related. Because I thought they were gonna be a couple at first, but they're related through chemistry class. He is her partner, and so far I'm loving Jason. He is very, very comical. I don't know why he decides he no longer wants to lie. There's something, it has something to do with his sister. They don't specifically say what it is that happened with his sister, but he has this thing where he decided he was no longer going to lie to people. And let me actually underline his sister's name real quick. Yeah, like it never mentions exactly what happened, but there is something that happened that he did with his principal of the school. But yeah, in chapter 3 we see that now Madeline is being rushed to the hospital. She passed out pretty much in the middle of class, which I hated the substitute teacher because he was real rude. And I love that Jason stood up for Madeline, and I love that he is pretty much there for her when her classmates and friends don't know what to do. Even though he doesn't know what to do, he also doesn't shun her, which I appreciate about him. Trying to see if there's anything else that I want to say. Not right now. I don't want to give too much away, but right now she's pretty much being rushed to the hospital. Darius is with her, and Jason is driving Darius's car. And I'm interested to see where this goes. So today I have to read up to chapter 13. So I have about 10 more chapters to go. So I'm going to do that and then come back with my thoughts once I read up to chapter 13. So yeah, I'm gonna go and probably going to house because it is a little cool. My son, I believe, is on lunch break right now, so he has 30-minute break. Can I double check on my phone real quick? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock, so his lunch break actually just ended, so I need to go put him back in class anyway. So that's what I'm gonna go do, and I have mail today, so I will chat with you guys in a few. Hey guys, so it is currently 2:06 p.m. I just finished reading up to page 127, which is all the way to chapter 13, and so far so good. I'm really enjoying this book. Definitely could see it being a strong 4. Definitely could see it being a strong 4. It could be a 5 if it doesn't drag out, but right now definitely settled at a 4. I love Jason and Madeline so much. Hanali, I don't know how I feel about him. He has some iffy moments where I'm just like, do I like him? Do I not? I love Kakoa, and I think his name is David. I think it's Kakoa and David. I can't find their names now. Yeah, Kakoa and David. They are freaking hilarious as well. I love them so much. I even liked Shula, but something just happened, so I'm kind of sad for that. There's another character named Galinia. I think it's Galinia. Very difficult names to pronounce in this book. So I'm glad that there is this like casting here in the front that I can go to. We have the Knight of Mirrors, who doesn't have a name, but apparently he's a human in his mid-40s. And he fights the Skim, which the Skim are the evil people in this fairyland, if you will. So basically what happened, I don't even know why I'm starting like that, but what happened was, after I read the first 3 chapters on page to you guys, was that Hanali came and gave Madeline a sort of ultimatum, if you will, that he could heal her instantly, but she would have to serve his people for a year in the Sunlit Lands. And the Sunlit Lands is like fairyland or whatever. She would have to work there for a year just to help them against the Skim. The Skim are a group of evil, corrupted people. But I think that there's more to that, because the Skim just revealed why they are fighting against them. And I think that the Sunlit Land people are real iffy. I don't know. It's a lot of iffiness going on, because you have the Eladins. I don't even know how to pronounce these people. Let me try to find the name of these people, because all right, we almost there. So yeah, the Sunlit Land is not a part of Earth. It's pretty much smaller than Earth, but full of magic, kind of like the Fairylands. And it's the capital city of Elenel. So yeah, those people, I can't pronounce the name. It's on the screen. You have those people. Then you have the Alvalorians. I think that's how you say it. I'm butchering half these names. Alovorians. It's on the screen. It starts with the A. But you have like all these groups of people who are in the Sunlit Lands, but there's a lot of conflict between them, and they have all these humans come to help them fight against the Skim and try to figure out what's going on with the different people that's in Sunlit Lands. And so far so good, but I'm not liking it, because it's giving me like USA vibes. And what I mean by that is that, you know, like how we go to other lands and we fight in their wars type stuff. Yeah, it's giving me those kind of vibes, which I'm not a fan of, but it's actually really good. It's a conflicting kind of feeling. Like, I like it, but it's giving me American vibes just a little bit. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. I do find that I was zoning out, but I think I was zoning out only because I was multitasking. I was doing some work for my body butter business, because that's launching literally in a week. So it's launching in a week, but I already had I had one big order of 20, and then I had another order that came in. So yep, I was working on some social media stuff for that, making sure the website is great, making sure the blog posts are ready and things like that, because I want this to really launch without a hitch. I also need to make a shirt. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I'm gonna try to figure that out. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. All the characters are really cool. There is a female, I guess, warrior. She is a part of the Cockery. I think the Cockery are a part of the Sunlit Land. And she's one of the people who don't like to really use the magic that is a part of the Sunlit Land. So she prefers to fight with her own power, which I think is great. Balaya, She's a Kakari warrior who has come to the far scene to make her fortune. She's daughter of Willow and the granddaughter of Aberonia. Haven't met those people yet, so have no idea who they are. And then we did get to meet two of the skin. We met Breakbones, who cracked me up, and then we also met Crooked Bat, who was the spokesman for the Skim army, and he actually revealed why the Skim are against the Elenils. I think this was called the Elenils. So I am intrigued this far. I need to know more about Galicia as well as Hanali, because there's something going on. If not with Hanali, then Galicia, and if not with her, then Hanali, and if not with either one of them, then it's something going on behind the scenes with the government or whatever within the Sunlit Lands, because it's just too much going on. There's too much. So I'm like interested to see what's going on. Oh, that must be my package. So I'm actually gonna go now, and I'll catch you guys for day 2. Hey guys, so it is currently July 1st. It's actually the first day of my hiatus. You're not gonna see this vlog obviously until like August, but yeah, I finally decided July I'm gonna pick this book back up. So I started picking it back up, and I totally forgot when I was reading to record a montage of me reading. That was a fail, but I will tell you guys about the parts that I read. So I read up to page 257, so I'm at 258 now. I only have like a third left, about 130 odd pages, and then this last part is like songs and poems from the story that was mentioned that I'm also going to check out. I am listening to the audiobook on Hoopla while I read, and I must say I'm probably going to give this a 4 stars. I think it's a really, really good, strong first book to the trilogy, and I'm definitely intrigued to continue on. However, I found halfway through the second portion, I was zoning out to the point where I ended up putting the book down and just straight listening to the audiobook. And it had nothing to do with the plot, because I'm intrigued by the plot. I'm loving the characters. Like, I love, oh my gosh, I love Madeline. I love Jason. Jason is just, he cracks me up, honestly. I love his wittiness, his remarks, his honesty. He's such an honest person, and it's so weird because he can be very, very rude and disrespectful, but it's not meant to be rude and disrespectful. He's just being honest because he made that vow to himself to continually be honest. We love the unicorn. Oh my god, what is her name? I can never remember this daggone unicorn's name. I'm gonna find this unicorn's name because this unicorn is just adorable to me. It's like glitter something something. All right. Delightful Glitter Lady. That's the unicorn's name. I love her so much. But yeah, there was a scene where Jason almost had me tear up a little bit, just a little bit. It gutted me, but thankfully he's safe. Madeline is quite interesting. She's really getting to see how the people in the Sunlit Lands are and the issues with the skin, and she's seeing firsthand how sometimes you have to kill a person to save a person, and it's so weird that I'm saying it like that, but that's literally like what's happening in this book. And I cannot remember this lady's name for the life of me. I will probably throw it on the screen because I can't remember her name. Something with a G. I'm gonna call her Lady G for the time being because I can never say her name right. Gilia or Galia, something. Lady G. Her real name is on the screen, but she is just, she's aggravating. Like, I can't stand her. I can't stand her. There was also a scene with Shula. Gutted me, but she's safe too. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn my computer on mute. But yeah, thus far I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but because of the last like half of that second part that I was reading, I was zoning out. So hopefully the last third picks up, and it'll be like a 4.5. But even if it's a 4, you know, I'm not stingy with my 5-star ratings, but I'm very picky with my 5-star ratings, and I have to be 1,000% invested through and through. And for the second part, I'm not gonna lie, but I am intrigued in the magic system. I'm intrigued with the characters. I'm intrigued with the world and the plot, and I love the history that goes in depth, especially because Jason is Asian. Honestly, I can't remember exactly what he is. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put it on the screen. I don't know if it was Chinese or Korean, one of the two, but there's a lot of Asian history being shared, a lot of history about Black people being shared, and I love that's included in this book, and it's not shied away from like loving the writing. So it's 6:13. I actually have a Ministerial Alliance meeting at 7 p.m. and I wasn't gonna actually finish this tonight, but I might just finish it tonight because I'm intrigued. I really am. The audiobook, luckily Hoopla updated their website. So now it goes past 1.5. You can go up to 4 times speed, and I'm listening to it on 4 times speed. I know that sounds crazy. I know, but I'm doing it. I will come back to you guys either later or tomorrow to finish up this book. So yeah. Hey guys, so it is 6:03, July 2nd, and I actually finished reading like 3 hours ago. But I took a nap, as you can kind of sort of tell. I'm giving this book a 4-star rating. I really enjoyed it. However, for me, again, with that last third, I wasn't completely hooked, if that makes sense. Like, I ended up putting down the book for like the last 6 chapters or so and just listening to the audiobook. And I find that when I have to put a book down, I don't know how to explain it. It's just I couldn't really connect to reading and listening to the audio, so I just decided to listen to the audiobook. I enjoyed the magic system. I enjoyed the characters. My favorite characters, obviously, Jason and Darius. The plot twist with the skin and the wasteland, and then the sunlit lands, and then Darius coming in. Just, right? So, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely excited to read the sequel. I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I may need to reread the last 10 chapters again, but overall, I enjoyed it. I honestly, if I had to pick a favorite character, even though I love Jason, I definitely would say it's the unicorn, because I like unicorns. Literally, I like unicorns. Like, most of my teddy bears on my bed are some type of unicorn type of thing. And I have my unicorn necklace here, actually. See if I can show you guys. So here is my unicorn necklace. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. I think as a first book in a trilogy, it did a great job setting up the world, setting up the characters and things like that. So I'm excited to see how things move on. I can definitely see where it says that it has a rich characterization of John Green books. I'm not a fan of John Green. Okay, just I read a few of his books and I'm just never a fan of them. I don't know what more to say. Like, it's a really great book. I'll leave my review down below for you guys to check out. But overall, I definitely say read it. I'm definitely gonna do a reading vlog for the sequel when I do get the book. I can listen to the audio book for it, but I think I want to get physical copies of these. But overall, excellent book. Definitely recommend it if you're looking for Christian fantasy. This is more so, how can I say it? Because I feel like compared to my favorite Christian fantasy, which is the Ravenwood Saga from Morgan L. Bussey, that one definitely had a mix of the fantastical elements, plus it also had the elements of faith and things like this. I didn't see a lot of faith aspects as much as I expected in this book, but I definitely could see a little bit of allegory in there. So that's another reason why it got a 4 stars instead of a 5. I think if the faith aspects were a little bit more for me, it would have been a 4.5. And if the pacing would have been just, I don't know, if it would have just stayed the way it was, fast paced, instead of like going fast and then slowing down dramatically, could have been a 5. But I'm not gonna say this is a terrible book. It's not a terrible book. This is phenomenal. It's excellent. Sorry about the lighting. Sorry. Hopefully it's not bothering you guys. But phenomenal, excellent. I enjoyed it, and I definitely would recommend it. And I love the cover. So pretty. So the Crescent Stone, which is a YA Christian fantasy or a Christian epic fantasy, got a 4-star rating for me. I would definitely recommend it. The first book in the Sunlit Lands trilogy, I think it is, and I cannot wait to dive into the next book and find out more about the skim and the characters and things like that. So that is it for this reading vlog. Finally finished it, you guys. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.